Organized labor and former governor of Edo State and former chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Adams OSHIOMOHLE, yesterday in Abuja blamed the massive closure of factories, retrenchment of workers, and non-payment of salaries as a major cause of growing insecurity and hopelessness across the country. This came as the former Senate President, Senator Ken Nnamani, called on Nigerians to work together to unmask the unknown gunmen that had been perpetrating mayhem across the country, killing security men and burning police stations, especially in the southeast. They spoke at the second Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) National Peace and Security Summit in Abuja. The theme of the summit was overcoming the siege of insecurity in Nigeria, imperatives of human and physical security. Giving reasons for the summit, President of the NLC, Ayuba Waba, who expressed concern over plans to relocate the U.S. African Command from Germany to Nigeria, said this peace summit is to interrogate the issues causing insecurity and find a lasting solution that can take the country out of the woods of insecurity sooner or later. Among others, he said, the summit is also looking at how best to support the armed forces in the prosecution of the anti-terrorism war. However, we are concerned about recent plans to relocate the U.S. Africa Command from Germany to Nigeria. While we welcome intelligence sharing and ammunition support to our armed forces, we warn that it would be counterproductive to replace our army with foreign soldiers. Nigerian armed forces are capable of surmounting the insecurity challenges if they are supported with adequate funds and technological equipment. Our political leaders should be ready to take responsibility for the actions they took while in office. There is a nexus between throwing workers out of their jobs and the resultant increase in unemployment and a rising wave of insecurity. The present high state of insecurity in Kaduna State has a lot to do with the penchant by the state government for throwing workers out of jobs. As we speak, from 2016 to date, over 29,000 workers have been thrown out of their jobs in Kaduna State. Also, tuition fees in Kaduna State have been increased by 100%. What this means is that many children of the poor workers will not be able to attend good schools, while the children of the rich are sent to study outside the country. The implication is that these children who drop out of school will now be used by the bad elements to perpetuate insecurity in the country. We call on the governor of Kaduna State to rescind the decision urgently. Speaking, Comrade Adams OSHIOMOHLE, while lamenting massive closure of factories across the country and continued retrenchment of workers in large numbers, queried who are the bandits? Who are the bandits? I suspect that those 35,000 workers whose factories have been closed in Kaduna City, those whose livelihood have been taken away. What are they doing? What will be their children and their grandchildren doing now? It's common sense to know that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. I suspect that those Nigerians we abandoned are not provided for them. As you can call them almajiri or beggars, they have all grown up. When you talk about unemployment, the biggest problem is having the biggest population of unemployable because they never had an opportunity of being taught by a qualified teacher. He wondered why the lawmakers would prescribe 30,000 naira as minimum wage, and President Muhammadu Buhari signed it into law. Some governors, for some reasons, will sit and insist that the amount cannot be paid. He said, when they deny workers such payment, can there be peace? I submit with International Labour Organization that the condition for national peace and security does not necessarily need many bullets, but decent jobs. But when you are at an environment where jobs are being killed, jobs that do not exist cannot even be decent. The former NLC president said that the NLC would not succeed in its quest to educate those that had been benefiting as merchants of crisis as they could be tortured out of their businesses. According to him, it is criminality for any governor not to pay workers at when due. If the oppressed stop antagonizing and organize themselves and find a common unity across the country, that will be the beginning of laying the foundation for sustainable peace in Nigeria. The 36 state governors are united. The oppressors are united against workers. When we are thorough with discussing the issue of insecurity, we can then start discussing the issue of security of wage and jobs. On his part, the former Senate president, who was a co-chairman of the summit alongside the pioneer president of the NLC, Alhaji Hassan Somonu, among others, said the peace of the nation is under threats, especially in the southeast zone. There are very organized efforts to chase away police or security men, burning of police stations, killing of policemen and soldiers. This significant building. If we remove the roof, if there is a downpour, we will be beaten by the rain. And if there is sunshine, we will almost be roasted because we have removed the roof over our head. If we wait for the federal government to handle it alone, or government as a whole will be making a serious mistake. What is happening after the security men and policemen are chased away and we have problem in our various communities? Who do we run to? Nobody. The same people will come after us. Even if we have the whole police in the world, we cannot win the war of the so-called unknown gunmen. We must have the law enforcement agency by identifying the unknown gunmen who are making life so miserable for us. Nigeria is going through a phase which all hands must be on deck to find solution to our security challenge. He warned that the danger is real and that the people in authority are also never stressing that to dialogue with those that are aggrieved, because the dialogue is very important. We cannot achieve everything by force. Government should help by doing certain things that will make people at home. When making appointments, it has to be inclusive because we are all Nigerians. I make it in a way that some people feel they are not wanted. Even if you feel you are not wanted, you are destroying the little you have. You think you are punishing the federal government, you are punishing yourself and your community. We all have to speak up because our country is falling apart. Speaking, Alhaji Somuno contended that the root cause of the nation's insecurity was the imposition of unitary government on the federal part. According to him, this is what is wrong. The 1999 constitution was imposed on us by the military. We can never be united if we continue to run a unitary system. In his remarks, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, among others, said the current security challenges require concerted effort. All Nigerians, irrespective of political and religious affiliation, must come together and defeat the common enemy. Right now is the blame game that is going on. Adams OSHIOMOHLE has lended his voice regarding the current insecurity, and he's blaming unemployment, the massive sacking of workers, non-payment of salaries as what is worsening the situation where we are in right now. Well, my people, let's hear your own take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.